Hello my students and friends, this is Ilze Be again. Those who don't know me, I'm a Latvian language teacher. I teach Latvian for English speakers. This will be my after-course mini lesson number 3. During the last mini lesson I taught you about the word darbs. Darbs is a noun and it means work. And I told you about other words that can be derived from the word darbs. I ended my mini lesson with a question. Ar ko tu nodarbojies? And I told you that this question, ar ko tu nodarbojies, means what do you do? And that often it is asked with the meaning, what do you do for a living? And I must tell you that after this mini course I received a question from my student Alex. I have a Facebook group which is called Learn with Ilze Be. It is a closed group. I accept people who study Latvian with me in that group. Alex is in that group, so this is what he wrote. I will read it. He said, can you follow up on ar ko tu nodarbojies? To me it looks like it should be with what are you working or what are you working on? And you know what? Alex is not wrong. The question that he constructed in English, namely, with what are you working, would be a literal translation of the wording ar ko tu nodarbojies. But as a translator, I need to tell you that translators would normally not translate literally if it doesn't sound naturally in the target language. In this situation, Latvian would be the source language. Ar ko tu nodarbojies is our source sentence. The suggestion Alex gave me was, what are you working on? This sounds pretty natural in English, right? And maybe it is not wrong at all. Maybe that question means, what are you working on? Why I'm saying maybe? It's because in Latvian there are no progressive tenses or continuous tenses. British usually call them continuous tenses and Americans say progressive tenses. Those are the sentences where we have auxiliary verbs such as are and a present participle. That is a word that ends in ing. You are working. There is no such form in Latvian. What do Latvians do in order to identify that they mean to ask about the present, the current moment, now? Well, they would add some other words that would convey that meaning. For instance, they might say, ar ko tu pašlaik nodarbojies? Ar ko tu pašlaik nodarbojies? Pašlaik means now or at present. There is another way how to imply that we are asking about the present, this very moment. If we see somebody acting right now, here or there, we can add one of those words. For instance, one might ask, ar ko tu tur nodarbojies? This time I added a word tur. Tur means there. Ar ko tu tur nodarbojies? It means that we see somebody acting, but we don't quite understand what that person is doing. That's when we would ask, ar ko tu tur nodarbojies? Since there was no word pašlaik or tur, or another word that would identify that it is an action that is taking place at this very moment, I decided to translate that question in the simple present tense. What do you do? What a lesson! I hope you got through it successfully. If you liked it, give me thumbs up and I will create another one. But now, goodbye, till the next time.